The question should be, how do private equity firms find good deals? See, I run a private equity firm, and I get these calls all the time from investment bankers and brokers calling me saying, Steve, we have the perfect deal for you. And they try to convince me on the phone that this deal is just for me. But I know that the second they hang up the phone with me, they're calling Bill, they're calling Jeff, they're calling Susan with the exact same deal. These are not good deals. These are just deals. So private equity firms need to find good deals through proprietary deal flow. And proprietary deal flow is obtained mostly through connections. Private equity firms need to get to know lawyers, accountants, they'll know when the clients are about to sell and they can tell the firms in advance. Private equity firms need to really get into an industry, pick an industry, know all the executives in the industry, so that when that executive or when the owners of those companies want to sell, they look for the private equity firm before they look for everybody else. Another connection is that you should make connections with other private equity firms. Heck, if a private equity firm has a deal and doesn't have the capital to do the entire deal themselves, they may call you, the other private equity firm, to be part of a syndicate. So to get deals, you need to get out there, get out of that office, and you need to meet other people to get the deals come to you. Finally, if you're a private equity firm, you need to market really well. If you market well enough, entrepreneurs will know to come to you. So if you're a private equity firm, you need to find good deals. Stop taking calls from those bankers, stop taking calls from those brokers, and get out of your office and get proprietary deal flow. Make connections with those lawyers, with those accountants that have those clients, and they know when those clients are about to sell their businesses. So you can get in there before everybody else does. Pick an industry or a few industries and get to know all the executives in those industries so that when they want to sell their business, they come to you before they come to anybody else. Get to know lots of other private equity firms. At the end of the day, private equity firms, when they have a deal, sometimes let other people in on the same deal. Your private equity firm can be in on those deals as well. And in addition to connections, you need to market really well. After all, when an entrepreneur wants to sell, you want them to think of you. In 2014, the yogurt company Chobani needed $750 million. Before the market found out, Chobani was already in talks with TPG. Why? Well, the co-founder of TPG knew a prominent businessman in Turkey, who in turn knew the CEO of Chobani. Remember what we talked about with proprietary deal flow. It's all about working the connections you have. After all, this $750 million deal happened because a guy knew a guy who knew a guy.